Vlogmas week 3. Lexi is excited to help me today. It is that time of year where I bake Christmas cookies for all my employees and all my husband's employees. And we are switching it up this year with a new cookie. We have the giant pack of the chocolate chips, so that way we can make tons of chocolate chip cookies. It is a Saturday, so I'm gonna make and roll out the little balls of chocolate chip cookie dough ahead, because you can leave that into the fridge for up to a week. So I can start prepping my cookies today. I can cut out the sugar cookies today and put them in a Tupperware in the fridge until I'm ready to bake them. And then on my day off on Monday, I can bake these cookies and make the new one we're going to try. I'm replacing oatmeal raisin. I can't remember if I did a cookie video last year. I know I've done them a couple years. I'll post one of them up there. That didn't sound good, Lily. Better go check on that. But yeah, we're going to do gooey butter cookies. Hold that thought. Cat content incoming. What have you done, Lily?
Like,
what did you run into?
She's like, I didn't do anything. She's
like, I'm just laying here.
I
Meanwhile, your tail is just wagging. And that present that's under the tree wasn't there before. We wrapped 2 of the presents in shiny paper because it's just, don't do that. It's just Brian's Rob Your Neighbor gifts. We always play Rob Your Neighbor with his side of the family. So we were just trying to see how she would do. So for the last couple of days, she had left those alone, and she's still trying to get up into the tree. And now, today, we heard all that commotion you heard a minute ago, and that present was out there instead of under the tree, and the tree skirt is all messed up. So, Lily girl, we may have to come up with some better solutions next year. This has been quite an interesting experience having a kitten with a Christmas tree, so guess we better get back to the cookie baking, Lexi. We are going to start with the sugar cookies first because I just discovered that I need another box of baking soda. I guess my other one's gone. I don't know. So my husband's at work. He can bring one home on his way home. So I need you to read this recipe for me, Lexi. So up at the top is all the ingredients that we need. And then down at the bottom, it tells you what to do. And then once you've done all the steps, it tells you how to preheat your oven and how long to bake it for. But we're not going to do that today. We're just going to cut them out. So this is my sugar cookie recipe from John Cannell. The reason I love it is because he has 2 recipes. His original, and then he has one where he has a little bit of extra cornstarch. So it's basically his original recipe. He just substituted some of the flour for cornstarch. It doesn't really alter the taste at all, but it makes your edges a little more crisp and clean and cuts down the chances that your cookies are going to spread. And when you are doing his version of royal icing with the corn syrup, it really makes for a cleaner cookie. So that's the recipe I always choose to use. All right, Lex. So use your math skills. So the first thing you should do is read step number 1 down here and see what it says, and then we'll see what ingredients we need.
Sift together dry ingredients, beat together butter and sugar on medium speed until light and fluffy.
Okay.
2 minutes.
So you're gonna have to open the butter that we've softened and dump them in there, because how much butter does it say we need? Right there.
1C.
What does 1C mean? What does C stand for in baking, do you think?
Calcium?
No. What measures do you use in baking?
Use half a cup.
Cup. So C in a recipe stands for cup. So 1 cup of butter. Now, if you look at this butter, what does it say?
So 2 sticks equals 1 cup.
So how many sticks do we need for 1 cup? Very good. In you go with the butter. Math. You can always learn math even when you're doing something fun. Math was not always my favorite subject in school, so when we are baking, I try to incorporate that in for Lexi. Got it?
Yeah, I don't want you to. Yeah. There you go. Dang it. No, don't red.
That's fine, babe.
There.
You go.
That's where I have it. It's on.
Good job.
Yeah. There we go.
Very good. All right. Now, what are we supposed to beat together with the butter?
Sugar on medium speed until lightly and fluffy.
How much sugar do we need? Does it say up there?
I see salt and no sugar. Salt, baking powder, pea.
Just go down the list. Flour.
Salt, baking powder, butter, brown sugar, eggs, vanilla extract.
What does that say?
Sugar. 1 cup.
Of granulated sugar. It's specifying granulated instead of powdered, right?
Yeah.
So we need how much sugar?
1 cup of sugar.
All right, which one of these is a cup measure? Very good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put this on so we can kind of get the butter going.
This is lots of sugar. Do I just scoop it? Lots of sugar.
Okay. When you have those little lumps like that,
Yeah, I have some.
here, let's go over here so they can see.
I'm not
Okay.
meant to drop that whole thing.
Well, sometimes you gotta like move this around to get your little lumps out, see? And then you use your finger
Pat it down like you would with a knife
to make it straight across so you get an even scoop.
Lots
Very
of sugar.
good.
Very less sugar.
Okay,
That's lots of sugar.
very good.
Sugar and butter.
You wanna turn it on?
So is it to
I would do the first one first and then go to the second one because it said medium speed. So move it up one more.
good?
Okay, now you didn't because I didn't hear it. There you go. Now, we're gonna let that mix for 2.5 minutes roundabout on medium speed. See how it's kind of getting fluffy? And then eventually we'll have to scrape down the butter that's in the center of the beater. So what, we're supposed to sit together our dry ingredients?
Yeah.
All right. Let me get a bowl for the dry ingredients.
What are the dry ingredients incorporated? Do we get to crack? Yes, we get 2 eggs.
Do you want to go grab 2 eggs out of the fridge?
Yeah.
Just bring the brown part in here. Good job. Kitty wants to investigate.
No, Lily. You want to be on the show too? I think
So
so.
I'll put our eggs over here because we have our room temperature butter that's been softening. So you don't want to add cold eggs to your butter because then what happens?
The butter just makes horrible.
Yep, they get hard again. All right, so now go get your little spatula from over there.
The little spatula is, I can't remember which one's
The red one's fine.
spatula.
And you're gonna poke into the beater
That's a lot.
and get out the butter.
Get everything.
And make sure that we've scraped down any of the butter that's not incorporated.
It's like it's kind of hard.
And then you're gonna scrape down the side of the bowl. Do you know how to scrape down the side of the bowl? Yeah.
This is my best method. Just, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
You want some help?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do it.
You gotta kind of put a little pressure on it. Because basically, you're trying to get out any of the chunks of butter that may not have incorporated with the sugar. So you gotta scrape down into the bottom and scrape the sides.
No, I don't need you playing with my foot right now. Wait. Go play with Mom's foot.
Okay.
Go play with Grandma. No! Do not get up here.
Lily just wants to see what's going on.
Yes, she does.
All right. Now, what does it say we need for the dry ingredients?
We need salt, baking powder, and flour.
Okay.
AP flour.
Right. And then what do I have in parentheses?
Cornstarch.
Yes, we replace half a cup of the flour with cornstarch. So it calls for 4 cups of AP flour. Now my flour canister isn't very big, so we'll probably have to refill this from the big one in the pantry. But we need 4 cups of this, so I'm just going to use the half cup measure since mine's not so big. So how many half cups will it take to make 4 cups? How many half cups does it take to make 1 cup?
2.
So how many half cups will it take to make 4 cups? 2 times what?
4.
Yes.
8.
So 2 times 4 is 8. So we need to do 8 scoops of these. Okay? So there's 1. We can lift this up.
Yeah. 1 scoop.
2.
2 scoops. That's a lot of scoops.
3.
3 scoops.
Well, and technically we were doing one of them as cornstarch, so we really only need 7 and then 1 cornstarch. 4.
4 scoops.
Oh, we're supposed to be dumping these into that bowl. Oops.
Does it matter?
It kind of does. Oh, shoot.
What are we
Oh,
doing
well, I don't know why I had you dump that into that bowl. Cookie fail. All is not lost. I just dumped the flour out of that bowl into the bowl that I meant to put it in, which was this one. And then we'll add the eggs to the other one before we do the dry ingredients. So we were up to 4 scoops. So now we need to do, I may have to refill this flour, 5 scoops.
5. You just need to scoop 2 or
6.
6. This may be the last one of this container.
I'm just going to dump the rest of that in there.
Yeah.
Because that's 7. And then I'll refill this from my big one. And then we use cornstarch. I always give the cornstarch a little shake.
Why?
To just keep it, to get it, ooh, watch out. Because otherwise it does that, see? Okay. Perfect. Now, what else do we need in the dry ingredients?
Salt. That's what we need. Still need salt.
Salt is right here. How much does it say?
3/4 of a teaspoon.
Yeah, and I use salted butter instead of unsalted because that's just what we always have on hand. So I always cut down the amount of salt since I'm using salted butter. Okay?
Okay.
Next.
So we have it here.
No, what's the last of our dry ingredients?
Baking powder.
Baking powder is right here. Okay. We need how much?
3/4 of a teaspoon.
Okay, so here's my 4th teaspoon. How many of these do I need then?
3.
Okay.
And you use the end of it to make it 9.
1. There's not much left in here, so I'm trying to scrape it out before I have to open the new one.
2, 3.
Perfect. Okay. Now we are going to add in the eggs one at a time.
Yeah.
I will let you crack them into a separate bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when I get to crack them. I don't know why, but I just love to crack eggs.
You too.
I'm a
Okay.
master at it.
All right,
Except that
go
one
ahead.
time when I got like lots of shell.
Okay.
Go.
Maybe next time don't crack over the recipe.
Yeah, probably. You don't do that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just over there.
Dump it in there.
Oh, duh.
We're cracking the eggs one at a time. I don't think it's gonna matter.
Mix.
Do the next one. Go ahead.
Mix. It kind of smells good. Well,
That's because I opened the vanilla.
that smells like
See, not bad.
if you made me smell that, I would smell that for the rest of my life.
And then we have to have 2 teaspoons, hold this up, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Okay, 1.
This smells so good after this.
2.
Oh, that smells so good.
Mm-hmm. Now, we did our salt, our baking powder, and our flour and cornstarch. So then what you're gonna do, see, that didn't turn out too bad. So it's just like we added our flour a little bit at a time. You're gonna scoop some of this out and dump in there a little bit at a time, okay? Like this.
What's Kitty doing?
Who knows? Okay?
Kitty gets up to all sorts of adventures.
That's fine. Just do it. Just dump it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be leveled off since you're just scooping and dumping.
Most of it is accumulating.
That's fine. All right.
And just dump it.
Mm-hmm. So then we're gonna let that do its thing. And once it is just mixed, we need to,
Crown me.
yeah, we need to get that out of there.
Okay, just. It's like I'm cleaning. It's like I'm giving it a bath. Even though it's an inanimate object. Is that how you say that word? What?
Nothing. All right. Nope, we gotta get this stuff on the bottom here. Okay. Now. See, and if you look at this, it's still kind of sticky in some spots. So then as you get going, it'll start sticking to itself. So now we need to get some plastic wrap. Do you know where the plastic wrap is?
Is it in the pantry?
Mm-hmm. Go grab me some plastic wrap, okay? So we're gonna do half of this into a disc. Now we've got our plastic wrap rolled out. And then we'll do the other half into a disc. So you just kind of gotta guesstimate what looks like half. And it's kind of like pie dough. It might be a little crumbly, but it firms up when you chill it. You don't want to roll the dough when it's too soft, because otherwise you'll have to use lots of flour and it'll be really sticky. And your cookies will be a little tough. Okay. So then you wrap it up. Like this.
Like a present.
Yep. And then we'll put that in the fridge once we've got the other one.
And this is my turn. I'm gonna make one.
Okay.
What are you doing up there?
Alright. So now we are going to dump out this cookie dough onto it and form it into a disc. And you gotta kind of stir it up to make sure that you don't have any dry crumbs at the bottom.
This is gonna be like Play-Doh. Like expired Play-Doh.
Can you hold that up so I'm not making a mess? Thank you. Okay.
Stay.
So there's the rest of it. Hang on. So you have to kind of gather it all into the center, please. And then you start pressing the crumbs together like this, see? Now this one is a little bigger than the other one, see? So then once you've got this, you push up the sides. All right, and there we go. 2 balls of cookie dough ready to go in the fridge. We are gonna chill that dough and then we will come back and cut out our cookies. So it is a different day. I've got some cookies rolled out. I am doing little Santa hats, and I'm gonna do red for the hat and then white for the fluff ball and the border, and then use my little icing sugar, like the sanding sugar, like that's clear, to make it look fluffy. I think that'll be cute. I did that last year. But yes, I've got quite the mess going on here on the counter. I'm gonna do little stockings, do candy canes and Santa hats, and then I still have to make the other type of cookies. So I think this is gonna be a 2-parter vlog. So I'm gonna end this one here, and then Lexi will help me make the rest of the cookies and bake them and package them up in the next vlog. So We will see you for part 2 that will also probably be coming out this week. Maybe that'll be next week's Vlogmas video. I don't know. But stay tuned for part 2. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we upload another video. Bye!